In this video, I'm going to teach you a mind hack to start going out and approaching women, to make that a normal part of your life. Being able to approach, being able to get dates, being able to have an abundant dating life. Even if currently you are crippled by social anxiety or approach anxiety, you just can't get yourself to go out. You can't get yourself to do it. You've been watching these type of videos, me, Coach Kyle, Todd V, whatever, but you're not actually taking action yet. You're still in the observer phase, the I need more information phase. Here's how you get out of that. It's a mind hack, and the best way to explain it is to talk about why I'm doing this video right now. You may not be able to tell, I don't know, but I do not want to be recording a video right now. I am not in the mood. I had a stressful day. Don't want to be doing this. I want to go to sleep. I want to do anything else. But I tricked my brain into making this video, despite being in a state where I did not want to do it, using the same technique that you can use to get yourself to start going out, to start approaching women, to do a photo shoot, to get better pictures for Tinder, whatever it is. And that is to set a goal that is so small, a daily goal that is so small, that even when your emotions are against you, even when you don't feel like doing it, like me right now, you will still be able to take action. And then trust that momentum over time will take care of the rest. I've already gone over a minute. I'm at about 2 minutes now. All I had to do was a minute, but because I started, now I'm continuing. Now I've got myself to keep going, and maybe the video will be 3 minutes, 5 minutes, who knows? But I was able to get myself to do something I really genuinely did not want to do, and then to get the momentum going just by tricking my brain by saying all I have to do is 1 minute. That's it, just 1 minute. So with game, this might be all I have to do is go to the venue. I have to go to a park, I have to go to a mall, I have to go to a bar, and then I can come right back. As soon as I go to the bar, I'm there for a minute, I can come back home. Or if even that's too much, you could start by saying all I have to do is take a shower and get ready to go out. And if after I've done that, after I've gotten ready to go out, I can decide, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. Or another example might be, all right, I just have to get in my car and start driving to the location, wherever it is. And then if I'm not feeling it, all right, then I don't have to go out. I can come back and say, fuck it, that's fine. You'll find, maybe sometimes, you really will be so out of it that that's all you could do. Like after you start driving, you drive back and you feel like, well, that was a waste. But the reality is, oftentimes, by lowering your goal, your daily goal, you can make it something you do 4 times a week, 3 times a week, something you do on X days. But by having a goal for any given day that is very easy to start, that is very easy to do, the resistance to starting will be minimized. And the hardest part of anything is starting. Once you've started, continuing is not nearly as difficult as getting started. But if in your mind, you know I have this commitment to do 10 approaches or to make a 20-minute video, 30-minute video, whatever it is, I'm gonna go to the gym for an hour. It's very easy to tell yourself, well, I'm not gonna do that. But when you say, all I have to do is 1 minute, all I have to do is start driving to the venue for a minute, then that changes very quickly. And then once you start, oftentimes, you will decide that emotionally, because an object in motion stays in motion, that also applies to our behavior. So when you start taking an action, you want to keep taking that action. And then most likely you will do more than you planned on doing it. And the powerful thing here is you're doing it because you want to. Not because you have to, not because you're telling yourself, I guess I better fucking do it because I have to. No, you're choosing to do it. You're choosing to continue. And that means you're using intrinsic motivation instead of extrinsic motivation. And when you intrinsically want to do something, that's how you end up getting addicted to it. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have bigger goals. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a weekly goal. For example, with approaching women, to approach, let's say, 30 girls in the week. But every day, you should have a measure for success that is so easy that even when you're stressed, like I am right now, even when you don't want to do whatever it is, when your emotions are against you, you will still be able to do it. And then momentum will very often take its course and you'll do a lot more than you planned on doing. It's a very powerful strategy that's difficult in terms of our ego to try, because there's basically two parts of our brain. There's the part of our brain that wants comfort, the part of our brain that wants to avoid doing things that are difficult, avoid making a YouTube video, avoid approaching that girl, avoid starting your side hustle, avoid learning the instrument, whatever it is. There's a part of your brain that wants to avoid discomfort, avoid effort, conserve energy. And then there's a part of your brain that wants to achieve goals. But that part of your brain is also emotional. And what does it want to do? It wants it now. It wants it fast. That's why the best marketing campaigns for self-help, the most successful ones, are all get-rich-quick schemes. You know, it's six-pack shortcuts, not how to get a six-pack in 365 days. It's the 6-minute ab. It's the 6-minute workout. That's what resonates with that part of our brain. But that part of our brain that's looking for something enticing, it's looking for something exciting, it burns out. That is not sustainable because it is emotional and your emotions change from day to day. And some days you're not going to want to do it, and then you feel like you're forcing yourself, and then you start to feel burnt out, you start to resent yourself for even doing the activity, and then you don't want to do it the next day. Then you want to quit. And then that desire to quit grows more and more, and the emotions become more and more negative, and then eventually you do quit. That's what happens when you rush to the finish line. But if instead you set the smallest possible goal, the smallest possible habit, make sure you do that every day. And then if you have a goal, put that in the context of a week, put that in the context of a month. Make it longer term. But make your definition for success on any given day something that you can do no matter how you feel. Understand that your emotions are not under your control. You can influence your emotions, but they're not entirely under your control. And doing something for an hour every day, doing 20 approaches, whatever, that is going to require a lot of willpower. And when your emotions are on your side, that will work, but it's not sustainable. This has been very hard for me to learn because I have a very strong desire to just push through, to accomplish my goals as quickly as possible, to be a hustler. But when I'm doing things because I have to do them and I'm pushing myself, but I don't really want to, eventually I give up. Eventually I fall off. And then I do not make sustainable progress. But when I rely on momentum, when I give myself very small goals, when I tell myself I'm just gonna do at least 1 minute of a video per day, all of a sudden, the progress goes on an upward spiral. It becomes an exponential curve. And it's because it allows you to tap into momentum and intrinsic motivation. So if you've been struggling with this idea of approaching women, or let's say using online dating more effectively, making sure that you're actually using the apps every day, that is the best strategy. Yes, you want to make sure you're improving over time, that you're pushing yourself further over time, but on any given day, your goal should be as easy as possible. The smaller your goal, the more successful you will be in the long term. The more your emotions will end up being on your side and make you want to keep taking action, as opposed to feeling like you're forcing it, that you're fighting this battle against yourself. Because the reality is, the emotional part of your brain is very powerful. And if you completely neglect it and fight against it, eventually you're most likely going to lose. But with this technique, you can actually get that part of your brain to be on your side, to make you want to take more action. And then success becomes inevitable, whether it's about approaching women, getting into better shape, building a YouTube channel, learning a language, whatever it might be. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, this video gave you an overlying strategy for how to get yourself to start taking action, for how to get yourself to start going out no matter how much resistance you have. But if you want strategy for what to do when you go out, what to do when you're talking to a girl, how to make your interactions flirtatious instead of being like an interview, how to lead things forward, how to be smooth, how to lead things forward, how to make the girl start chasing you, to get her to start feeling this desire to pursue you, then make sure to click the link below to get my online course, The Spark. It is extremely underpriced for everything that's in it. So make sure to learn more about it by clicking the link below.